Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. So it's a little warm today. It's a change because it was high 30s, low 40s last night. This morning we woke up, it was 50, and now it's almost 80. So gotta love Georgia. So we're gonna start working on the Trojan, trying to get it back in working order. I bought this at an auction last year and paid a ridiculous price for it. Not sure if it worked, and I think I did a video on it earlier and showed it, but the shear works, the press works, everything works. The only problem is I don't have any dies for it, and this company has gone out of business. So I got to figure that one out. The other issue I've got is the press piston up here, the ram. So evidently, whoever had it last didn't have the dies, lost them, whatever, and they started just pressing on the nut for the ram. This is the ram. It's 9¼ inches long. It's 2¼ inches in diameter. And let me see if I can get down here. So you can see the head is all ate up pretty good. I tried to clean it up to get a nut started on it, but it's just, this is an odd size. It's an 8 thread, and none of the manufacturers for iron workers, Piranha, Scott, any of them, none of them use an 8 thread capture nut. So it's kind of weird. I could cut this down or weld it up and cut it down, but it is so beat up. You can see where somebody did a weld repair on the back of it. It's got gouges in it. You can kind of see it's not in great shape. So I took it and did a hardness tester on it. It came out to be about 4140, the hardness of that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a new piece and we're going to make a new one. All right, here's what we're going to make it out of. I have this piece of 4140 that was 2 3/8. It's 12 inches long, so it'll work out great for making this new shaft. So I've already done a cleanup pass. I'm letting it cool, and then we're going to go back and mic it and do the final cut to get it to size to that 2 1/4. Then once we do that, we'll cut it down and thread this to a 10 threads per inch. That is what Piranha and Scotsman, I believe, uses for their capture nut. And then I can use dies from that manufacturer. I'll just have to make a die block for the machine, but that's not a problem. So we're letting this cool. It's almost there now. We're gonna let it cool, and then we'll do our final cut. So the process I'm using, we get it to the nominal dimension. We're gonna cut down and thread this piece because I feel like if this gets messed up, I can at least cut this off and salvage it. But if I cut this in first and then mess this up, I'm out of the game. So we're gonna do the threads first, then we'll come over, take it to the mill. We'll cut these flats on it, and then we'll drill the hole through, and it should be done. So let's get to work on that. All right, so we're trying to get the ram or the piston shaft for the iron worker finished up. I've been working on this for about 2 months now, and when I have time, so it's taken a while, but let me show you where we are. We're getting ready. We got the capture nut for the dies or punches. I'll get the right terminology here in a minute. You'll have to forgive me. It's 2 in the morning. So the capture die for the punches, this is 2" by 10 threads per inch. So that's what we need to cut the shaft to. The shaft is 2 3/8. That's the OD on it to go into the machine. And if you remember, this was the original die, and they had some weird thread pitch on here, and so we're remaking this. So different thread pitch, different size capture nut. So let me show you where we are, what we've got to do, and we'll go from there. Here's our shaft. We've turned it down to the 2 3/8 inches it needs. Now we're going to come down here. We need 1 inch of threads, 2 inches by 10 threads per inch. We're cleaning an area out that's a little more than 1.25 inches back, so we've got some run out area. So we need to set this relief, and then once we have it, we can start setting up for our threads. I don't know if you can hear or not, but what I'm doing now is a cleanup pass. I cut this within about 15 thousandths, and then I wanted to let it cool so I could get the exact diameter. Now I'm going back and I'm cutting a cleanup pass, getting it down to the exact diameter we need. So that's what I'm doing right now. All right, so just cleaned up the threads with a thread file, and now hopefully the last test fit of this nut starts good. It's been going to about halfway up and then gets real tight. Getting a little snug, but it's still turn it by hand. Oh, I got so much oil on my hand. And I want it to be snug. I don't want it to be loose. We're right there at it. Oh, let's see. I don't know if y'all can see, but that's bottomed out. So we are there. Like I said, it's snug, but could be trash in the threads still, and it could just be to work in. But I'd rather it be snug because they're gonna stretch and open up. But yeah, all right. So that part's done. Now to pull it off. Cut it to length, and next step will be to put it on the mill, cut these 2 flats, drill that hole and it'll be done. All right. Okay, so we've got it threaded. We broke the edges so that it'll enter the sleeves okay. I came down and I made I don't know if you can see it, a small indention right here. That's the cutoff point. And I could try to part this off, but to be honest, it'll just be quicker to put it in the bandsaw. So we're gonna take it, put it in the bandsaw, and cut it off right there. There we go. I've got this wrapped up to protect it because we still have a couple of procedures to do. You can see how I beveled the edge here to kind of mimic whatever they did with this. So the last couple of steps we've got are to cut these flats and to drill that hole. So we're going to transfer that over to here and get it on the mill. Y'all, we got it chucked up in the vise. I've got it centered and the top deck located. So here's what we've got. We have to, from the crown to this mark, is 2 inches and 325 thousandths. So we've got to cut that back, and we've got to cut down 116 thousandths. So I already had this end mill in the machine, so I'm just going to use it, and we're just going to make passes back and forth to clean it. So probably do it in 2 sets of passes, then we'll rotate it 180 degrees and put a flat on the other side. Once we do that, then we'll locate and drill the hole, and we'll be ready to install it. Old one, the new one. Still got to put the pin in. That's what we're working on right now. All right, it is back together. So I've got to still got to tighten these bolts up. But yeah, I'm excited. I think when we do a test run, I'll take this off just to make sure everything clears, but that should be the top of the stroke. So we should still have plenty of room there. The only thing we've got to do before we can use it is I have to build a plate to hold the dies. And so here's one of the dies right there. So I need to make a plate that'll hold these, and it's got to be, you know, directly in line with that. So I've got to get that figured out and get that made, but that should be the last thing we have to do. And then this will be ready to work. I would like to blow it back apart after I test everything, clean it up, maybe put a new coat of paint on it. We'll have to see if I have time. But yeah, I'm excited. It's done. Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. I know I haven't put videos out. Sorry, it's hot. In a while. I'm swamped, and I'm just trying to get by and get through summer. We're having to do a lot of work at night, just because there's no air movement in the shop and it is unbelievably hot. We had a portico, and it seems like every year we run it, put it away, and then when we pull it back out, the motor is something's wrong with the motor. So I don't know that I'm gonna spend the money this year to redo the portico. I wish I could, but I just don't know that I can afford it. So we'll probably have to deal with what we've got. But thank y'all for following. Thank you for subscribing and being part of this. Thank you for sticking with me through the kind of rough terrain I'm going through right now. This is a project that I need to get done for a future project we're going to be doing. and so I really needed it done. We've got a couple other shop projects going on for customers, and they're rush, get them done. So I haven't been able to film a whole lot with that either, but I'll try to get some more video out. I hope you've enjoyed this one. So first part of it is making the ram, the replacement ram. Part 2 will be making the swage block, or the die block to hold it. And so we'll start on that next. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you have a great summer. God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.